I already pushed the live button. We're just waiting for people to come in. Give them about another minute.
Hey. Yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be hard as hell. That's you, man. Hey, my man. Oh, you go. Oh, you're good. You do that? Oh, okay. I see how you do. Yeah, that look much better. Look much better. What about beautiful podcast? Beautiful podcast. I'm gonna go take
Started. Hey, you guys. I know. I already pushed the live button, you guys. Waiting for people to come in, wanting to listen to this beat. Hi. Welcome back to the podcast where we upload and go live on Thursdays, every Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern time, Pacific time. Eastern time is like, what's the Eastern time out there, bro? Like,
well, it's like 10:30.
10? Like
Yeah.
10:30-ish or whatnot. So it's your girl Celeste T. And I'm here with BB Osai and BB Miso. You
Yep.
feel me? So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to jump into a quick little video just to get us going.
But we're framed, and this is the thing that upsets me. Black culture is not framed by how Black people live it out and experience it. Black culture is framed by how the dominant group who controls the media, who controls the education opportunities, who controls what Black scholars are taught so they can exist within academia, that group of people tell us what Black culture is. And then we have Black people repeat. Right? So that's one of the things that I think makes Black culture so hard to identify. And it's something for us to not be able to adequately study.
Go check out that video. If you like what you see or whatever, give them a like, subscribe or whatnot. What y'all thoughts on the video?
After you,
is
my brother.
Black?
Well, yeah, they do
Because
that.
that's the question of the day: is Black culture American culture?
One thing that they do is they give us stuff and tell us, it's us. You know what I mean? They always do that shit. They always done that shit. And even how they told us what our history was. You know what I mean? They told us where we came from. They told us what our history was. And at the end of the day, we realized when we figured it out that it was just some bullshit they told us to benefit them. Everything that they told us, It benefited them more than it benefited us. All the bullshit that they did, yeah, it didn't benefit us. All them lies. We now coming out to see about a bunch of the shit that they lied about in history about us and our culture is some bullshit.
Yeah. So like you said, they ain't teach us nothing. They lied to us from the beginning. So why would we go to their scholars and their historians to try to find our history? That's the wrong place to begin. So I don't know what that black guy was talking about. That's the wrong place to begin, in my opinion. I ain't looking to them to find these answers. The best thing to do is to go over these like to look at it yourself and make your own conclusion. Because it's a lot of African writers, it's a lot of Greek writers, it's a lot of writers that wrote about African people or black people. Um, uh, who was it? Homer wrote about black people. He wrote about Africans. So it's like we know about our history, and we know about it because people who weren't racist way back in antiquity, they wrote, they had put some shit in their journals and was talking about it.
Because a lot of these people from them times, they was inspired. Niggas put them on to knowledge and all of that shit. Taught them. Some of the motherfuckers, you know what I mean? The fuck with niggas. You know what I mean? But the education about all of that shit, people, you tell some people that shit nowadays, people are gonna be acting like you done. You know what I mean? You talk about the more
brainwashed.
I just seen a anime, a clip of like a little cartoon from the 90s. They talking about, black guys and shit, and they was mentioning all of this, the Moors and all of this shit, and within the little it was like a cartoon.
Yeah, because the information is there. You know what I mean? They just criminalize our information. We got, they criminalized the Black Panthers, but we got the KKK able to do marches legally toward the White House. So they just criminalized us in a way that is ridiculous.
Only thing is, they even stole that. The Ku Klux Klan, that shit derived from some black shit. Like the origins from the shit that they stole that shit from was some black shit. You know what I mean? It's some black shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
The name Ku Klux, they took that name from something. You know what I mean, too. So,
Yeah, so American history is very interesting, and is let's just talk about world history. World history is interesting. People talk about the Holocaust, but it was a genocide that Germany did before the Holocaust in Africa. They practiced all of the shit that they did on the Jewish people, on the Africans first. So it's like they erase the pain, and they erase what they did to our people, and they don't look at it and qualify that as the same level of pain as the Jewish people got inflicted. But we got worse. So it's just crazy how they don't put the value on the Black experience as they should. As they should be putting the value on it. Like they make it valueless.
That's because they want you to look. They want people to look at you like an animal. You know what I mean? And dehumanize you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Think about all of these animes and shit where they be having like dwarves and fucking elves and all of that shit in there, and there'll always be a class that is treated like shit. You know what I mean? Whether it be some class called the demi-humans or whatever. And those will be the black people that, you know what I mean? Those are the black people in the motherfucker. That's who they representing. You know what I mean? The animes. Because them, you don't be seeing no niggas in there for real. Those would be our representation. The motherfuckers that's treated like they're in there.
I'm gonna read this question. Considering how the world is today, do you think as a part of the Black community, we should have leaned more towards Malcolm X and not Martin Luther King?
Yeah. Yeah. To a degree.
So you think we should have leaned toward?
Because the Martin Luther King way was, going, to the government. The government they put you in this position for a reason. They don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? you might get some shit out of them slowly over time. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's gonna be war, no other way you put it. Everything else is just stalling the matter. Everything else is just stalling the matter.
Yeah, I think both of them are good. I would rather go toward Martin Luther King because he was actually changing laws and policies. Malcolm X, he was a good rhetoric. He had his philosophy, he had his good sayings, but he wasn't changing policies on a global stand.
Yeah, these policies helped everybody more than they help black people. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and they'll still shit on black people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even when they
for money, political gain, all of that.
even when they say affirmative action served the white woman more than it served anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody that's considered ethnicity is everybody but the white male. You know what I mean? So
It's a constant attack and on the black community. And then when we do get a win, they try to drain it so it don't all hit black people. So it don't just benefit us.
It hit everybody. And then when it's time for black people to get reparations, everybody talking shit about black people getting reparations. Nigga, don't talk to me if you feel some type of way about some niggas getting reparations.
Yeah, like you got a problem with black folks
turning into a competition. It's like, oh, if y'all give them reparations, then we gonna want some reparations too. When half of y'all already received your reparations, Japan, the Holocaust, all of those people received their reparations. Now they saying that they don't want to give us reparations or a dollar amount or something like that because we're not in slavery. Why can't we get over it? There was this one guy saying that if Jesus forgave our sins and everything, why can't we forgive slavery?
Well, we can forgive it, but we still need that payment. We still need that payment. That work still need to get paid for. It's payment that they skipped out on the payment. You can't eat the food in the restaurant and then run out on the bill.
Hey, look,
they said that they gave out a certain. They said that
they never did. They lied.
They said that black people had the same opportunities as other ethnicities, especially with getting home loans and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
since when though? Because they've been redlining and they never stopped.
Yeah, I'm gonna just stop that. Because that's just a person who don't know what they're talking about. You got to be realistic. Like a lot of these people who up here talking against it, they just use misinformation to muddy the water up.
And then you got some Africans that's in America saying they deserve the reparations also.
They deserve whatever reparations from their place, nigga. Not from over here, from somebody.
And they be getting them. That's the thing. Literally every single group of people who's been discriminated against has gotten something except for black people.
The American black people. You know.
Exactly.
This is what I think.
So can black people be racist?
I think Africans deserve reparations too.
Yeah, but not for slavery that happened in America.
Especially
slavery,
when some of them sold us into slavery or sold.
That's another talking point that is misinterpreted. That's a misinterpreted talking point.
But I'm gonna be honest. I believe that talking point because there's niggas out here right now selling their own people out. You know what I mean? So I know that's a fact. You know what I mean?
It's different. It's different when you.
Those the type that I don't consider my kind. Like all skin folk ain't kin folk. That's what motherfuckers got to remember.
All I can say is that it is explained legally. I mean, they explain why they did this. We all know the reason. These are people who was conquered. They was conquered. They had war with these other tribes. They conquered them, and then they sold them. It wasn't about. It wasn't a caste system. It wasn't the same as the caste system that the American white people put on them.
I'm gonna be honest.
So let's stop saying slavery and say prisoners of war turned into what? Prisoners of slavery or something like. At the end of the day, there's prisoners of war, right?
Look, I'm gonna tell you why you don't like prisoners.
We're still technically prisoners of war.
No, they were sold as indentured servants. So they were supposed to work off a fee. They were supposed to work off
Okay.
whatever
That
payment
sounds like
that
some
they
bullshit.
yeah, it
You
was
know what I'm
that's
saying?
what it was. It was
Sounds like
indentured
that
servitude.
sounds like some bullshit. Hey, yo, that sounds like some bullshit. At the end of the day, there always will be and always have been some motherfucking sellouts that look like us, but ain't got the don't give a fuck about us. There always have been. You know what I mean?
Well, this is what
And
I would
that's
say.
that's why a lot of these motherfuckers are still in place. Because anytime niggas come together, what happens? Some shit fall apart.
Well, what I would say this. I would say this. White people got people like, they got people distracted because they take advantage of weak-minded black people. So instead of black people still looking at the enemy as the white person, now they focused on this black person that took this present from this white person. You focused on the wrong thing. Fuck the nigga. That nigga's still weak. It's still a white nigga behind him pulling the strings.
And guess what?
You know what I
That white
mean?
we know how he look and we know where he at. We can see this nigga coming from a mile away. That nigga that looked like he was gonna be infiltrating your shit and fucking it up all the fucking time. There's always a nigga fucking up some shit,
Well,
snitching
I'm gonna
on
say
it.
this. Ain't no nigga. Hey, bro, look, bro, ain't no nigga that look like me with my bloodline gonna fuck me up.
Hey nigga,
You
they
know
don't
what
look
I
at it
mean?
like that. They
I don't
look
know
at that
about these
skin
other
color.
niggas, but you not gonna fuck me up.
They look at that
What do
skin
y'all
color.
feel
That's
about
what
the
it was.
question though? Do you think they're trying to erase black culture? If so, in what way are they taking away black culture?
You gotta think about it like this. They did it already in all of these other places they conquered around the world. The world was black. China was all
Right.
black.
I
Africa
mean, you
was
could
all
think
black.
about
Europe
music,
was all
certain,
black.
a
All these
lot of
Look, they
things
places
got.
have been
was
stripped.
all black. And these
Hey,
niggas
bro,
came
look, they already won.
all these
They already won because we calling it American culture, nigga. This is black culture. What
hey, look,
American culture?
black, hey, look, that black
This is
term is a
black
word
culture.
that
We
they gave
created
you.
all this shit.
Look, but that word, even the word black is a term they gave you to color yourself.
Right. So it's like we been lost. we been on we
No,
in enemy
but,
lines.
but we're alive, so we ain't lost. That's what people always got to think. People give too much power to these motherfuckers. You got to start taking power back. That's how you start gaining shit. Once you start taking power back, you're gonna stop looking at these motherfuckers as anything but some bitch ass niggas. Cause that's what the
Yeah,
fuck.
this is what you got to look at them as. You got to look at them as like they so weak that they got to trick you out of your position. They can't come
Yeah,
up and just come up and like a
they gonna
man
do
do
it
it.
in the
They got to
most.
sneak it.
They gonna do it in the most slickest, slyest, bitch assest way.
Yeah,
And
that
they
snake
always
in the
do it.
grass be hiding.
And then if
But
you
yeah,
don't
they
do
That's
it
destroyed
what
right,
America. They destroyed
that's
black
what
culture.
people do when they trying to take over, when they trying to conquer, when they trying to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? That's war, that's battleship, that's checkers, that's chess, that's Chinese checkers, that's the game. Now,
No, it's not all right.
everybody must get paid for playing this game.
and these niggas is gonna tell you what is valuable and what's not.
No,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
make you
tell you
see
what to
value
spend
they
it on,
tell.
what you can get, like
They're gonna
really.
tell you. Look, they're gonna tell you what value. They tell you your black ass ain't shit, but our melanin worth way more than gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way
My
more.
whole thing is this: if it
Some niggas
wasn't
feel
such a
like you ain't
big
shit.
issue, if it wasn't such a big issue about the reparations and stuff like that, so why they fired the cop that said the N-word? Y'all
Because
don't
she
care
a
about
racist
giving us
bitch.
our reparations.
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
If a cop out there saying the N word and shit like that, you gotta investigate every case that the bitch been on.
Yeah, and they didn't do that. The only reason that they fired her was because that, she said that she don't care. Any black person that she pull over is going to go to jail. That's the shit that got her fired. She didn't get fired for saying the N word.
You gotta let go every
Oh,
nigga. They should let go every nigga that she ever
So,
arrested, nigga.
but
That she
that
ever.
leads you into the next question, though. Should it be okay to have an instant fear of getting pulled over by someone who get paid by our taxes and supposed to protect us?
see, I
No,
think the police supposed to scare you. You supposed to be scared of the fucking police,
you ain't
but
supposed to
you
be.
ain't supposed to. You supposed to be only when you doing illegal things. You supposed to be afraid. Like
Yeah,
you should. I think you
afraid of them
should
niggas.
have a healthy fear of police.
You shouldn't be afraid of them when you ain't doing shit. When you just minding your fucking business. Yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about that shit. But you gotta remember, these niggas is slave patrol. We gotta think about where these motherfuckers were incepted from. This country.
Yeah, we got to think about ICE too, because now ICE they can run in your house without warrants. They can try to arrest you off of how you look. You know, so they can profile motherfuckers.
And I hear that was created by quote unquote Israel. You know what I mean? And you already know.
Hey, bro, you ever heard of Isaac Cappy?
That name sound? Yeah.
Okay, so we ain't even got to go in there. But I just know I looked that up.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah. And
because you was telling me about Steph Green. Yeah, so I looked that shit up, bro, because I used to like Steph Green.
Yeah, but look, all of these niggas, you got to remember, they're actors, they're entertainers.
They
saying like
probably time if they want to, nigga.
So do you feel like we got any black politicians or black activists that's out there really speaking up for the community?
Yeah, we got Jasmine Crockett. We got Jasmine Crockett, and then we got a bunch of people. It's a bunch of young, it's a black family. It's two brothers. They from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of them is in politics, and the other one is in like trying to keep the environment healthy and stuff like that. Those some good brothers right there.
You ain't talking about the Hodge twins, are you?
No.
I hope not. On that note, we're gonna go into another video because them two right there, disasters.
The Moors were black people from Kemet who brought advanced science to Europe and Spain. Astronomy, chemistry, paper, and classical music, and it's many more you can name. They taught Europeans how to properly wash. They was dirty and dying up in the Black Plague. This is not hate, this is just history. It was a big role the Moors had played. The Moors and the Europeans, they start having sex and then taught them everything, all of our shit. Told them about boats and even America. The Moors is the reason Columbus came over here. Some of the Moors is dirty as hell. I'm not talking about ones that was put in a spell. I'm talking about Knights Templar. Moors got a hand in America's downfall. All skin folk and kinfolk come up on me to run where you get pig poked. That is the truth and the Moors will tell you. The truth about slavery, some Moors had sell you. That's why I say don't come to me with that Moor shit. And that religion is also some Moor shit. The English language is full up with spells. Who give that to us? Yeah, that's dirty Moor shit.
Nigga, that shit was hard as a motherfucker. Nigga, I fuck with that shit. Nigga, that's dirty more shit. That's dirty more shit. Yeah, that shit hard. That's true.
Them are the motherfuckers that I don't fuck with, the dirty Moors. I don't fuck with the dirty Moors. Them the niggas that looked at like us, that did us dirty.
You know who
that's
I don't
not
fuck
the
with?
Black nobility, is it? That's not the same thing, is it?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you know who represent that? You know who represent that class of people now? Niggas like Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Niggas like Mark Lamont Hill.
The Black Boule. Represent that class. It's like a watered down version of him.
Right. You know, I like D.L. Hughley. He ain't bad as I thought he was, but Killer Mike, he need to go.
I like Killer Mike. Yeah, I started liking that nigga Killer Mike a little bit.
See, I like Killer Mike because he can rap.
That nigga cold at rapping.
That nigga
and I
can
like
rap.
Bernie Mac.
That's one rapping ass nigga right there.
Oh, but look. Remember, I was critical
country though. Bro, he a redneck. He like a redneck. He too country. That's why I can't fuck with him. He too underneath that.
I like that nigga. I like him better than the other nigga from Atlanta.
Yeah, but my fault is.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna jump into this other video real quick. Hold on.
The video captures a man making a split-second decision, unaware that it would lead to regret. In broad daylight, 27-year-old Joshua Young noticed a woman, Charlotte Wilson, walking down a busy street, her eyes glued to her phone. At the same time, a car sped toward her, just seconds before a collision. Joshua lunged and grabbed her, pulling her to safety just as the car passed. Surveillance footage clearly shows the car was inches away from her. It also shows Joshua immediately letting go once she was safe. But what happened next shocked everyone. Instead of gratitude, Charlotte filed a lawsuit, accusing Joshua of inappropriate behavior and invasion of her personal space. Her legal team argued that even in an emergency, no one has the right to touch another person without consent. Joshua maintained that he acted instinctively, without malicious intent, simply to save a life. The footage appears to support his testimony, but the incident has sparked a nationwide debate, dividing public opinion on social media. Was he a hero for acting promptly, or did he cross the line of the law? You can share your thoughts.
That man is a hero.
Yeah, that's why you don't say these white hoes.
Yeah, that man is a hero. But next time a motherfucker that's gonna get hit, you know what I mean?
Bro,
You know,
don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Shit, they want to. Let the hoe drown, nigga.
But that'd be fucked up because the next person might want to be saved.
Nah, that one
There
nigga
you
fucked
go.
up
I'm gonna be
everybody.
real. She probably was a crackhead looking for money.
True, but she deserves death. She don't deserve to be alive after doing that to the nigga that saved her.
I mean, maybe it's because he was a black man. He wasn't on he wasn't no white and shining armor or whatever, no white knight. I don't know, but that's weird. That's
I wonder if-
weird.
I
How
wonder
else
if-
was he supposed to save you? And then if he would have let you just get hit by the truck,
They would have
then
said he's
it'd been why you didn't save her. Why you just sit there and watch her get hit? You know what I'm saying?
So did everybody else, including the motherfucker who hit her. Oh well. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, I would have let that nigga. Hey, bro, the nigga who was driving the truck got away free of charge. That nigga didn't get no sweat.
He ain't get no
Oh, that's a
Nobody
good
said
question.
nothing about him. Hey,
That nigga is smooth.
That's the speeding driver or nothing, nigga. He didn't say shit
That
about the
nigga,
driver.
that nigga got no reaction.
They ain't missing the nigga. They ain't look for the license plate or nothing.
Yeah, that nigga wasn't even thought of. He's an afterthought.
To tell you the truth, I thought it was like a school zone. I thought he just saved the kid for a second. You know, at the beginning, I was like, did he just save a kid?
Right.
Because she was
So-
doing some dumb shit a kid would be doing.
Yes, yeah, all in your phone, bitch. Look, you walk in the street, bitch. Look, lift your fucking head up and look.
That's the problem. Our phones are taking over. But that's another discussion. So, how much of Black culture today was created from survival rather than freedom? Two.
Most of it.
Yeah, most of it. We
But I
take the
don't wanna
negative
say
stuff
most.
and turn it into
Look.
something popping, something trending, something
Look.
positive, and
Look.
it just blows up like that. Then everybody want to do it. Everybody want to say it. Everybody want to
Look.
wear it.
Look, I don't want to say all of it came
We
from
trendsetters.
survival because we was the first motherfuckers on this bitch. You know what I mean? We was creating shit when there was no issue. You know what I mean? That's the shit that they hiding too. We just didn't make shit after slavery. That was
Yeah,
motherfucker.
nigga, like nigga, we created nigga, when we
Everything,
created that
nigga,
light bulb,
everything, nigga. I don't give a fuck what we created everything.
bro. When we created that wheel, you know,
Nigga, and nigga fired, nigga.
shit, like
The
what was we
lifeline
thinking?
blood.
Yeah, we just trying to make our life better, nigga. We trying to get warm food, heat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
them-
So
A lot of them slaves, quote unquote slaves, was fucking inventors. That these
Oh, yeah.
motherfuckers took
Look.
shit.
and look at this, the black dude. It was a black dude that made the Super Soaker, nigga. That's a toy for having fun,
Yeah.
nigga. A water gun.
You
He
didn't want to
invented.
give that nigga his money either.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
they'll
he
turn
did.
around and they'll unalive one of our children for running around in the park with a water gun.
Nigga made the
That's weird.
turntable,
Look,
mix table. Like, come on.
I
I'ma
mean,
get weird.
is PTSD natural in a black person from ancestors or only when they are put in trauma themselves?
Yeah, it's a certain level of trauma that we inherit
Yeah,
through our DNA.
yeah.
Yeah, that is proven. So
There's
definitely.
a certain level of arrogance other motherfuckers get from their fucking DNA. You know what I
A
mean?
certain level of
Yeah,
ignorance.
exactly. They ain't did a damn thing, don't know how to do a damn thing, but they got this confidence about them because, oh, my forefathers, this.
With some thieves. That's what the fuck they forefathers was. The
Oh.
same motherfucker- Hey, look, they forefathers looked at like them same motherfuckers in the office now, like dirty criminals.
Dirty
That's all
rapists.
it was with some dirty criminals, nigga, and I'll piss
Dirty
on all
rapists.
niggas' graves.
A
Fuck
bunch
them.
of rapists. A lot of these people was raped.
Yeah, they be doing a lot of raping and
You know who was a rapist? A famous
like
rapist?
they say that we were that this country was built on pedo, but it was. I mean, we were here before all of that.
Well,
They
I would say
brought
John
that
Smith.
here.
When John Smith came for Pocahontas, whoever came and took her, they was rapists. I mean, they was rapists and they
They
sexually abused her.
normalized that into a children's story.
Yeah, and she was a young girl
It made these niggas look like heroes. Like, get the fuck up out of here.
when they zeros. They not heroes, them zeros.
Dude, when in Disney we didn't have no black prince. I mean, I'm trying to think of it right now.
And still don't after all these years, except for I guess
mean,
the
shit,
one
they got rid of
Tatiana.
Wakanda. They got rid
Tiana's
of
with.
T'Challa.
Yeah, from Louisiana, the Louisiana one.
No, he's not. He's an islander. Oh, that's another question, you guys.
Wasn't wasn't Beast off of Beauty and the Beast black?
No, not in the Disney.
You got the beef was
Yeah,
Not in the Disney. Not in the Disney. The guy that sung the song was, but I think it was
that nigga was
Peebo
black.
Jackson or P something like that. But
you know, a nigga always got to be involved in the music of the shit.
Nigga, I could have sworn it was a nigga up in that motherfucker doing that shit for sure.
how do y'all feel about? Okay, so you know how people come from like Jamaica or from Haiti or from Africa. They come over here and they dress like us. They start talking like us, walking like us, but they quick to say, "Oh, I'm from like Kenya, or I'm from Ethiopia, or I'm from Jamaica," or something like that. It's like they want to be black until it's too much being black.
Hey, look, the same way with white people and the same way with all these other races too. You know what I mean? We're the coolest motherfuckers on the earth. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna want to be like us without all of the shit that we got to go through. You know what I mean? And they just feel like they don't gotta respect us. If they could do all that shit, they could wear all that shit and do their hair however the fuck they want to, as long as they show some fucking respect.
Yeah, I honestly feel like it's another divisive tactic that the government use to keep black people separate. Because I honestly, every Jamaican, every person that's a different hue, I mean, from a different place that's black that I've met, I've been cool with all of them, and they all
It's like
know
a
what
different
the fuck I
tribe.
be on.
I've been
Nah,
cool with
they all
them too.
know. They all know what the fuck I be talking about. They all know what racism is. They know, but it is a
Some out
upper
there that feel
echelon
that
of them. Yeah, it is an upper echelon of them that come out here and be on some bullshit.
But I'm told that
Yeah, but
they're
I still
told that
feel like
some
certain
fucking-
things they shouldn't speak on when it comes to America. You know, the us that stay in America. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, a lot of them was raised out here, so a lot of them can say stuff because they got just as much exposure to it as we do. You know, but it's all about that perception. If they whitewashed, if they upper class, they more around white people, and that's who they dealing with more often. They gonna be whitewashed, and they gonna say some dumb shit about black people because that's how this country is built. They make them hate the other groups of blacks in this country.
Yeah,
They try to keep us separated.
yeah. They
and
tell
it
them.
shouldn't be that
I
way.
mean, they tell them shit about us when they be coming in. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So they be having a preconceived notion about us anyway. You know what I mean?
Shoot, when I
on
look
no
at the
reality.
TV, I see most of the people doing most of all them unalivers and stuff is from a different part of the country, like Jamaica or from Haiti or something like that.
From a different country.
Yeah, but they want to. But when that type of stuff happened, they just label them as black. You know what I'm saying? But
because they are
on
black.
the other hand, when it don't fit them, they quit to say no. Yeah, my
gotta think
skin is
about it.
black, but I'm Jamaican, or I'm from
You think
El
about it like this.
Salvador, or I'm from the Dominican,
Look,
or
They are
something. You know,
different. They come a different place.
it's always that separation.
you got to think about it like this: the government get to hit 2 nails on the head at once. They get to get 2 groups of different black people that make them not cause tension between them. But then, if no matter which one do it, they could still blame the whole group on black people in general because they all the same shit.
Right,
look
and that's
at
what
us
happened
the
with
same.
slavery.
No
And
matter
that's
what
what
the
happened
fuck
with
we
slavery,
think,
bro.
they look at us the same.
So
Yeah,
some of them
and
think
bro,
they better than us.
and
They
bro, that's why.
Why-
them niggas, they
Nah,
gonna be in a situation where they're gonna be just like us. You know what I mean? They could keep thinking that shit. They gonna get humbled.
Okay,
that's
so
what.
should the black community feel a type of way when other races wear braids or locks? Should black people have an opinion? Because I
Yeah,
know, I think I heard one comedian, I think it was like Godfrey, he said he was on like Wildin' Out, and they was playing a game, one thing to get rid of and one thing, and he was like, other races wearing locks.
Mhm.
yeah, because the locks, that was during slavery. That was one of the things that we did to to fight against it, to stand up against our oppressors. So yeah, it is something for our people.
I feel like when some of them do it, it just look like they mocking them, and then I don't give a fuck unless they don't show respect. You know what I mean? You out here being disrespectful doing. I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You ain't fucking being disrespectful. You know what I mean? You can look however the fuck you want to look. No matter you might look goofy. You know what I mean? You might not. You know what I mean? Do what you do. Just don't be out here disrespecting black people. I don't give a fuck about what
Right.
y'all appropriate everything else. I don't give a fuck. And he's like, go
Right.
ahead. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
look at fashion like fashion is fashion because I like different types of fashion. So fashion is fashion, but it's
Just
one
don't try
thing
to
wearing the clothes. But like some people say, oh, once you put the clothes on, you gotta act like that, you gotta talk like that, you gotta walk like
Right.
that.
Y'all hear about the appropriation of the afro? They called it the cloud bob.
Yeah, I heard about that shit. That shit funny.
What?
Yeah, they
The
called it
cloud
the
bob.
cloud bob. Like, just don't call the dreads something else. Like, don't make up names for the shit. Like, like it already got a name.
Oh, I was thinking about those Raggedy Ann dolls. They had red locks. Okay, you guys. So, what part of Black history do you think the world intentionally overlooks, and why?
Yeah, they overlook how much we created and where we really started from. You know what I mean? They like to make it seem like we gained civility after slavery. You know what I mean? Before that, we were savages. You know what I mean? That's the picture they like to paint. You know what I mean?
Right. And not to even consider when we was doing good, some people came and burnt it up, smashed it down and stuff like that. It wasn't like there wasn't no progression. You know what I'm saying? It was like there was always progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They want us to believe that, Europeans, ruled Egypt and, you know what I mean? Like shit that don't make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, if you let them tell it, they saying it's like they allowing us to do this. They
you know,
letting us do this.
like
You
the
know
black,
what I'm saying? People keep using that word conquering, conquered.
they want to make it seem they always conquer motherfuckers and take their identity. You know what I mean? They out there acting like they the real Jews is black. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers acting like nah. These niggas is out there perpetrating. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Let's dive into this next video.
It's just cities, nobody. No, I am an educated black man, your worst nightmare, punk. It doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
Every time we have a chance to get ahead, they move the finish line.
You want to be like Trump? Gimme, push, step, crush.
Look around you, man. They own this shit. This country, you, one beat down and never compare to 439 years of captivity.
Look at our circumstances, man. Look where we from. I'm tired of this, man. I'm sick of worrying about the government.
It's not a question of violence or non-violence. It's a question of resistance to fascism or non-existence within fascism. You can murder a liberator, but you can't murder liberation. You can murder a revolutionary, but you can't murder revolution. And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom. A revolutionary! A revolutionary! A revolutionary! No! Too loud, too reckless, too ghetto. Mr. Lamar, do you really know how to play the game? Then tighten up!
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy. Someone better squabble up.
Yeah, there was a bunch of good movies, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Higher Learning.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite movies. You know what I mean? But
That
yeah,
movie broke down a lot of stereotypes and, you know, things of that nature. A lot of truths also.
mhm. All of that shit did. You know what I mean? It's funny because these motherfuckers always worried about the border. This nigga, y'all ain't from here. Shut the fuck up, nigga. This ain't your shit. Who the fuck? What the fuck give you the right, nigga? These niggas, that's a bunch of hypocrites.
Yeah, you know, that's what they always done. And you know, we as black people has always fought. They killed all our leaders. Every time we got somebody that's willing to stand up and speak for us, they kill them. So that's why that's a good thing.
Everywhere we came up as a people in all of our cities we created and all that, they burned down because they was fucking hating, some hating ass bitches. And that's what they always gonna do, be some hating ass bitches. They always gonna want us to be under them. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? That's what term
Well,
I'm
you
on.
know how they feel with 48 Laws of Power. You can't outshine the so-called master or whatever they want to call themselves.
You know what I mean?
Bro, you get that question?
Okay, aboard countries are voting to bring back slavery. Countries are Canada, Spain, Portugal, Argentina, divided states of America. What are y'all thoughts about this? Well, we always knew they was gonna try to do that shit. JFK Jr., he said that all black kids should be reparented by them, you know what I mean, and sent to work camps with no phones, no televisions, no screens. You know what I mean? That's what he said about. He said all black kids is on pills like antidepressants and shit like that. These people they don't know us. You know what I mean? These the same type of thoughts that brought out like cultural cleansing in different countries and shit. You know what I mean? That sounds like eugenics to me. That sounds like they about to try to wipe niggas out. You know what I mean? Put niggas in camps and control them and make them do work for free. Nigga, y'all ain't paid us for the last job we did. Fuck, nigga. Like, niggas ain't about to work for that. That shit ain't about to happen.
That's going to be so easy when most of us keep our cellular devices in our hands, close to our ears, close to our bed. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah.
You know, fuck these people. That's why politics ain't shit. These niggas that's trying to Democrat, Republican, all of that shit is some bullshit. What aspect of your culture are most important to your personality? What aspect of your culture are most important? There's a lot of aspects of our culture, you know, that's important. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like music, art. You know what I mean?
So, are there okay, so when we say a lot of things about our culture, we do know we have hood culture and we have black culture.
Yeah.
Those two things need to be separated because all black people is not participating in hood shit.
Yeah. Can a culture born from oppression ever fully separate itself from the pain? We got to separate ourselves from these colonizers. We got to understand what they taught us was lies, and what was it was lies. You know what I mean? When I first realizing a lot of the lies and shit they told, it made me mad. But in the same breath, it just told me how great we was, how great we are. You know what I mean? And that felt good. You know what I mean? It just made me want to find more.
Right. And me knowing some of the truths of the past and things that we still experiencing now and stuff like that, I try to find the positive in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I try to pull the positive out of it or the lesson out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, the pain may still be there. Something may trigger it, but in order to heal, I have to go through it.
Yeah. But yeah, and I just understand it. I don't get people doing whatever it is to black. It don't make me sad no more. You know what I mean? I'd be mad. You know what I mean? It'd be irritating. You know what I mean? I'd be wanting to do something, but it's more like change something. Like, what can you change? You got to change. I really would rather have our people know what they is. I don't give a fuck about what these people think. You know, as long as our people know what the truth is.
Right. How would the world look different if African history had been taught globally with the same depth as European history?
I think there'll be more. I think there'll be a lot of changes in the minds of these children because, you know what I mean? They made it seem like we just came from slavery and that's the best we ever had. So anything other than that is you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? To know that
I think it would be beautiful, you know?
For that. It'll raise the ceiling. It'll raise the
Right.
ceiling.
I think it would be more love than you know how it was because I still feel like we would never have done to them as they done to us, you know? So
yeah. Look, we was the ones that put them in the position to even be able to do that shit. That means we gave them something. You know what I mean? We gave them enough knowledge. We gave them enough access. You know what I mean? We tried to put them on. That's what it seemed to me. We tried to put motherfuckers on, then they shitted on us.
Yeah, I agree. Also, if they taught African history, then people would realize that they're lying about the way Africa is and the way it's been. You know, they got kids thinking that Africa is just like this dump of a place where everybody living in huts and got flies on them and all that kind of stuff.
It's more broad and more beautiful, you know, more vast than what they show, even on the map. It's bigger than what they even show on the map. You know what I mean? And even our continent here, you know what I mean, it's vast that we don't even know everything about it. It's because they hide and lie so much about everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You got
a lot of stuff is still hidden.
Yeah.
And it's coming to surface, and that's why a lot of scientists are coming up unalive, missing, and things like that because the truth is surfacing. So we have to do our due diligence and go out there and get the information. We have to pull the information out the universe if we have to.
Yeah. Look, if the real Jerusalem over here, you know what I mean? If the real Jesus was really from over here, you know what I mean? That's what it said. You know what I mean? That's what's being, you know, unraveled. You know what I mean? All them places that they say is over there is really over here. You know what I mean? The Nile River is really the Mississippi River. So I go on to say that to say this. They say Jesus was really hung. The quote unquote real Jesus was really hung. He wasn't like, that's how his crucifixion was, hanging. And every hanging that they do in this country is like a ritual.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So we're more
Getting into
rituals.
rituals.
We're really God's people, like, you know. So that's really what they don't want people to know. You know what I mean?
Right. Is a platform like Zeus, now that TV, Wild 'N Out, etc., promoted more to confuse what is Black culture, or is it another form?
It's confusing. You know what I mean? They trying to make that perception of that 1% of Black culture as perceived as it like that's all Black people is. That ain't how all Black people is. A lot of Black people don't
Yeah.
fuck shit.
That's
You know what I
just the
mean?
one that is most televised because it's popular.
And it shouldn't be as popularized as it is. I've been seeing so much incidents where young girls ruin their lives in a moment of instance for having a fucking baddie moment. You know what I mean? One girl I just seen that's got 80 years. You know what I
Skip
mean?
the question.
And another one did some shit at a fucking gas station. You know what I mean? 2 people dead, their life gone. You know what I mean?
Mm.
She gonna be locked up for the rest of her damn
I
life.
skipped too.
So
Okay.
yeah, all of that shit that's making it seem like all that shit. People need to learn how to react to certain shit. You know what I mean? Why ruin your life or even postpone your life for whether even be a relationship or a friendship? You know what I mean? Where you can just walk away from motherfuckers. You know
At
what I
what
mean?
point does preserving culture struggle becomes limiting culture growth?
Preserving cultural struggle. Become what you mean by that?
Elaborate and send in another question. We're gonna go to the next one.
A lot of the Black creativity comes through the struggle. Well, at least back in the day, a lot of the music came from the struggle. A lot of the art, you know, came from the struggle, and it was a representation. It represented, you know, at least tried to represent some bit of the struggle or aspect, or try to preach about it. You know what I mean? In some way. Nowadays, it's not that way. You know what I mean? People is full of themselves, they head all in their ass. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Everybody is
Right.
You know,
We
the
can
shit.
create, not have the rights to it, and still be making money after we leave this realm. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Why do you think interracial relationships is pushed more than relationships that is within your own race? Is it to be more modern or and open, or to make younger generations date outside race? I think
it's about preserving bloodline.
yeah, it's about preserving their bloodline. You know, a lot of these different races are dying out. You know what I mean? And one way that they could preserve their bloodline is, you know, link back in with the
Bro
ultimate.
said
You
they
know what I mean?
fizzing out.
Link back
He
in with the
said they
ultimate.
fizzing out.
Yeah, man. Get a bit of that melanin in there. You could do a lot of work that help you. You know what I mean? They say that themselves. There's billionaires going out there trying to get DNA from Black models and stuff, and these people are in the Epstein files. They got videos on it. Trying to get their DNA to preserve, you know, their own life, their blood, whatever they are. You know what I mean? I don't know what these people are. You know what I mean? Some of them, the way they act, the way they be doing shit, they don't seem human. You know what I mean? And if the world is shifting to where these motherfuckers ain't gonna be, you know what I mean? They fizzing out. You know what I mean? So that's one way to stay. You know what I mean? To get hit up with some ultimate melanin. You know what I mean? 'Cause they say that sun gonna be hot as a motherfucker soon. That's why they doing all this shit to cover the sun. You know what I mean? They doing all this weather shit and shit with the clouds, cloud seeding and all of this shit to cover up that sun. Bill
That
Gates,
part.
they trying to really block the motherfucker. Like they trying to put up a fake sun and for you know what I mean, and have a cover over this motherfucker for they could survive.
All right, because who knows? We may have many. We got many things going on that we don't know about. We don't know the depth of it. The depth meaning DEPTH. You know what I'm saying? How deep it is. You know what I'm saying? We have sea creatures coming up to surface that normally don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a lot of things are changing. The wall is melting, and I'm here for it.
They even
Let's
say
go into this new video.
Black American culture is not just American culture. Soul food is not just Southern food. This Black History Month, I want to remind people to stop lumping in elements of our culture as something that pertains to everybody. Yeah, others may partake, but it stems from us. There are some elements of our culture that a lot of y'all don't even know about, such as the fact that we have our own Black American heritage flag, which we've flown since the 1960s, or how Juneteenth is just now being federally recognized, even though we've been recognizing it since its inception, and we even have a flag for it. The fact that our ancestors used their own language Tut to communicate with each other for Rutiakiarutsas. The fact that we needed our own institutions just to be educated. And the Southern food, I mean the soul food that some of y'all dig into every Thanksgiving, were scraps that were given to our ancestors from their slave masters or ingredients that were brought here all the way from Africa. Aspects of our culture stem from most of America not thinking that we were worthy enough to attend their institutions, learn their language, or eat their food. So I say all that to say what our people worked hard for is not something everyone can take credit for.
Yeah. Them niggas always try to take credit for some shit. You know, there's so much shit that we did that they already stole or took credit for. Our niggas forgot. Like some of that shit, they gonna end up saying it's theirs. You know what I mean? Niggas tried to take tenderisms, ribs and shit. Niggas.
But I remember them falling off the bone.
Yeah. So it's like they always gonna do some shit like that. So this is what they do. They could copy some shit real good. How about creating the motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Okay, let's see. I think he sent his question in to elaborate it at League of the Blue King 1596. Let's get into it.
Black culture, the music, language, fashion, human, athleticism, art, and influence. While this is in itself from the pain, history, and systemic struggles that help shape the creativity in its past. Okay. So
I believe there's more. Let me see.
Okay, I get it. Become big when you realize it. That's because they like the niggas entertaining motherfuckers. They always like the niggas to entertain them. You know what I mean? Why them niggas was entertaining them when they were slaves? Them slaves was in pain. You know what I mean? They still had them slaves entertaining them, whether it be the women that they had. You know what I mean? Taken advantage of, or whether the men were taken advantage of. You know what I mean? And then even get to black exploitation, and they always had niggas over there doing some entertaining shit for them. You know what I mean? They love us to entertain them. You know, they could
Right, and you know what?
up to the day they love us entertaining them.
And
They
you
could
know
do
what? I feel like they love us to entertain them and stuff like that, like you were saying. But I like to think that they were over there peeping out the scene, checking shit out to bring back information. But some of them did. Some of them fell into the hype.
the people who got power to do something about that, I mean, the people who will want to do something about that don't got the power. You know what I mean? The people who got the power to do some change about that, they don't give a fuck about black pain. And in fact, some of these motherfuckers in the background go out seeking it. You know what I mean? Some of these motherfuckers is probably the motherfucking rich motherfuckers that be on the Epstein Island somewhere hunting. You know what I mean? Hunting black kids. You know what I mean? They like pain. They sadistic. And then when they can take you from two different extremes, they love that.
I'm saying you call my name.
Okay.
Dr. Umar. Hold on, let me get my giggles out. That's how I feel about this question. Dr. Umar represents and preach about the Black and African culture. Is he the right guy to listen to?
On some of his shit, yeah. Not on all of his shit. You know what I mean? Once people start, getting into their opinion, I listen to whatever they say when it comes to facts. You know what I mean?
Let me rephrase the question. Is he the right person to represent the Black Americans?
No.
Okay, moving on.
I
Right
wouldn't want
answer.
him to represent me because I don't, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of scandal and a lot of things coming out about him that's not clear. You know what I'm saying? Like people still was talking about a school and things of that nature. Like,
I think
the message may be right, but the messenger, we don't have to always rely on them. I mean, I don't even want to say it like that because we don't want to.
I just don't like niggas who don't do shit for black people other than talking to them, telling what to do. You know what I mean? Black people is out there donating to you. You know what I mean? You better talk to niggas with some more motherfucking respect. I don't give a fuck about niggas' ego and all of that shit. I don't give a fuck what you think you did, how many fucking books you read, nigga. You ain't did shit for niggas yet, other than run your motherfucking mouth. So you ain't got no right to say anything about no nigga questioning or whatever the fuck you doing. You ain't came out with the receipts. Give a fuck about you flashing a video of you in some random school. Nigga, if a nigga donated to your school 20 years ago, nigga, they kid ain't in school no more. Nigga, they wanted their kid to go to school. Their kid can't go to school to the school that they wanted it to go to because you bullshitted for 20 years. Nigga, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear it. All these niggas be having all this money, they bullshit the money a few times. And I don't give a fuck about these niggas being a celebrity or having, I don't give a fuck how smart you think you is, nigga. I'm just tired of these niggas taking advantage of motherfuckers. He's not the right guy to, he's not the right guy to represent black people. No, he's not. He's the right guy to represent himself. That's it. In whatever manner he want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't want the nigga representing me. No.
Okay, this question is coming from William. How do generational trauma and generational pride coexist within Black communities? Is resilience always a strength, or can it become something people unfairly expect from Black people?
Nigga, they should expect it unfairly. I don't give a fuck. We're resilient as a motherfucker. Sometimes when we even don't want to be. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just need a little bit more time to get your mind right,
Right. When they say it's not on you, it's in you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just do things without, your body just going to reaction. It's something deep down inside you that's saying you're not going to fail. You're going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's why people don't understand. Yeah, we not had our backs against the wall. You know, people keep saying strap up our boots and shit. We now created different damn shoes for y'all niggas to strap up and strap in and swing around and dance in. So don't tell me to strap up motherfucking boot laces or anything, nigga. I created the fucking laces. I created the fucking rubber that you walking on. Let me stop it. I'm sorry, but moving on.
At this point, niggas don't even need shoes no more. Nigga, I don't give a fuck.
You feel me?
I don't need shoes.
Moving on.
You know what I mean?
Moving on. You feel me? Yeah. So that's not what we doing. You know what I'm saying? The next time I hear somebody say anything about some of us being lazy and stuff, prove it.
I mean, there is some lazy niggas out there, but shit.
I mean, there is some. I can point out a few, but I'm saying the majority of us, most of us are not.
But look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. They're not nearly as lazy as these other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, they still got to do some shit.
I mean, other motherfuckers came over here. Yeah, they might have this complexion or whatever, but they came over here with fucking house loans. You know what I'm saying? Grants. You know what I'm saying? Credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, y'all getting shit that we ain't even got yet.
Look, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about even white people. You know, they get more food stamps than anybody in this motherfucker. But I don't want to hear them niggas talk about nothing about no fucking welfare. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
I mean, nowadays you gotta work to even get food stamps. So now you gotta work to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, those who don't work don't eat or whatever. So I get it, but okay, whatever. Whatever. If you're gonna do it fucking right. You feel me? Make it right across the board. You feel me? I know, because it wasn't built for us. I get it.
At the end of the day, we already should know. We already should have known what we expect. It's about to be the end of this.
I mean, I don't expect nothing from them, no way. Twerking and pumping your chest is an ancient African dance. Does American or modern day people that don't know the roots make it seem unappreciative and inappropriate? Inappropriate? I think I need a blunt. All these words and stuff these people got us reading. This is Jasmine. Oh, okay, Jazzy, okay. Or is it still powerful and dominant?
Whatever black people do is going to be powerful and dominant. It's just what they aim it at. Whatever you aim it at is where it's going to be powerful and dominant at. You know what I mean?
And what frequency are you twerking to? What frequency are you bouncing to and pumping your chest out to? It's a certain type of frequency that certain people use.
Is it empowering or is it demeaning? You know what I mean? What is your reason for doing this shit? You know what I mean?
Right, because you know how like sometimes people hear drums. You know what I'm saying? Like
this bullshit.
When you watch an African group dance and stuff like that, just by them moving their feet and their clothing, the little shells and stuff they be having on, it creates a certain rhythm, a certain frequency and stuff like that. So,
and you got to think about it like this: the music, everything, the music, the frequency of the music, what the music is saying, everything is a damn spell. You know what I mean? It's all about what you dancing to and how you feel it in your heart. Do whatever you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just at the point of time, you're just gonna have to learn some discernment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't dance for these.
It's a point in time where you have to stop listening to the beat and start listening to words.
And watch your surroundings.
And then go back to the music part of it, the rhythm part of it, or whatnot. I know some music I listen to, I cannot say the words.
It's like, dance for yourself. Don't dance for these motherfuckers.
How much of modern music, language, fashion, and entertainment would exist without Black influence? Ooh, sis, you want to take this?
Sorry. Yeah, sure. Not much. Only like terrible music. I'm sorry, but
Hey, but think about this. We gotta have to teach them how to play the instruments and shit first. Think about if we never taught them how to play the instruments, taught them how to clean, wash, taught them anything.
right. It would be nothing. It would be they still be who speaking like that. Who rock.
Are the shows like them and us a good representation of how ancestry can affect both sides?
You said us.
It's an interpretation.
Them and
You know
us.
the movie?
That show. The
Yeah.
one we watched.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It could either help you or it could make you fall. You know what I mean? Depending on,
Your interpretation of it, yeah. Everybody gonna look at that and probably get something different, so.
depending on your line. I mean, you talking about, because some of the motherfuckers was no good, right? Trying to get them. And some of them was helping them, right?
To me, it looked like, I don't know if it was the lower vibration person trying to get from where they were to where you were, but like I feel like that was just a battle with themselves, with their higher self. Because when they switched before, wasn't the girl good at a lot of stuff?
I thought she was originally a doppelganger or some shit.
Right. I gotta rewatch that movie now.
That reminded me of some shit that happened in this anime too. What's it called? Fire Force or Soldier, one of them motherfuckers. You got this blunt that's peeling. Trying to fix it.
I be hating that. I do not like that.
Okay.
Yep, after this question.
Why do some historical wounds remain controversial even generations later? Because some of the pain is still there and some of the shit never got paid for. You know what I mean?
And not only that, it keeps happening.
Hey, look.
You know what I'm saying? It keeps happening.
Unless they don't pay for it, they're gonna keep on happening. They trying to bring back slavery because nigga, they ain't paid for the last slavery. They think it's a free lick. Nigga, fuck that. They bring some shit down, some shit getting burnt down. Fuck that. They shit getting burnt down. Bring back that shit.
Right.
No. That's the worst idea you could ever come up with. Period. God don't like ugly.
That part.
What they think gonna happen.
Let's go ahead and jump into this next video.
Black history facts that are not all rooted in pain and resilience and stuff like that. The first fact is the first open heart surgery was performed by a black surgeon. His name was Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. He performed the first successful open heart surgery in 1893. Number 2, a black woman helped invent modern GPS. Dr. Gladys West, a mathematician, developed the calculation that made GPS accurate. Number 3, the modern traffic light was invented by a black man. I think a lot of people already know this. Garrett Morgan created the 3-position traffic signal after witnessing a crash.
Oh, I did not know that actually.
Number 4, rock, hip hop, and house music all trace back to black creators. This is not just rock, hip hop. This is pretty much a lot of music in general. For instance, house music came from black DJs in Chicago in the early 1980s. Hip hop came from Bronx black youth in the 1970s. Number 6, the first self-made female millionaire in the U.S. was a black woman. Madam C.J. Walker built a hair care empire and employed thousands of black women. And lastly, Juneteenth represents black joy, not just mass emancipation. Black history is not just about pain, survival, or, slavery or anything like that. It's about excellence, creativity, impact. And word to Whitney Houston, one of the greatest singers ever, we need a longer month.
This need to be the year need to be called the Black Year, Blackout Year. And that's just
need more than a year to black out some shit. If it really gonna
1,000 years of blackout, nigga. Yeah. 1,000-year blackout.
I mean, shoot, the way we come together to get somebody canceled and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure we can do anything.
Motherfuckers coming together on Megan Thee Stallion. You know what I mean?
My.
That shit, they got groups and shit dividing men and women within that group in itself. You know what I mean?
I don't see how. Shoot, Megan know what she got into. They knew what they was getting into with each other, so like, fuck all that.
But yeah, that's just funny though. All of that shit is funny.
Weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna start celebrating Juneteenth every year. Take off every year.
Yeah, I got a question.
You was looking at which one it was on, huh?
I was trying to make sure I wasn't putting up duplicates. So
should we be sad? Should we be sad that there is still racism in the world, or is it expected since not much has been done? It's expected. It's expected. The only thing you expect is if they can hide it, and they can make you think that it's gone. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's never going to completely be gone.
Not until they give niggas reparations.
Even after they give reparations, niggas still gonna be racist.
Right.
And even maybe even more so, because they're gonna be like, well, now that we paid y'all, fuck y'all.
Look, I ain't gonna give a fuck then. Nigga, I'm gonna be like, get the fuck. I'm being racist then. Fuck it. I'll flip it.
You gonna take your reparations and flip it?
Yep. If they want to be some bitches about it, they better go sit somewhere in the corner. I don't give a fuck about how they feel about giving everything back, even if it means they got.
I mean,
even
if they gave people an option. If they gave people an option, you can get this land, you can get this check. You can get this land, or you can get this check.
We got bitch ass fake Jews like DJ Vlad saying black people to get reparations and that, so y'all can teach us some bullshit again, nigga. Fuck you. You can't have no say, nigga. Your kind is the one that put niggas in slavery. You bitch ass nigga. Y'all niggas funded that shit. You fuck niggas.
Ooh, why is anger from marginalized people often judged more harshly than the injustice that created it?
Because the people that benefit out of it is still in power. You know what I mean? And they ain't gonna do shit about it. So all they could do is just make us look like shit for complaining about the shit.
Yeah, but some people, they say, well, they're not even living off of the wealth of of their ancestors and stuff like that. So
they're not telling the truth if they say
being
that.
a slave owner or something.
They living off of their wealth, the privilege. They living off of something.
Even their names get them into places.
All right, they born with 800 credit.
You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what they say. They can shut the fuck up. It's not worse than having your country taken from you and then shitted on and made it seem like you ain't shit. Nigga, fuck you.
Now, if we all had started on the same playing field equally.
Hey, look, every time niggas was doing some thriving shit after, even if they would have left us the fuck alone after slavery, we would have been straight. You know what I mean? They just kept on burning shit because they were some hating assholes. You know what I mean? They couldn't stand that we was doing better than them in a lot of ways after slavery, so they kept burning our shit down. Because niggas, we the one who created all of their shit and built and ran all their shit. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to do that shit when we left. They needed us. How do you preserve cultural identity without becoming trapped by society's expectations of it? You got to reject society's expectations of you and reject everything they be trying to teach you. You know what I mean? And just learn the truth.
Yeah, use your discernment, learn the truth. You know what I'm saying?
And just know that these people are some fucking snakes and they lie about every damn thing and they'll make you look like shit about it.
All I say is don't become a follower. You know what I'm saying? Blind. Don't follow blindly when it comes to certain things. You know what I'm saying? You want to do your research. You want to make sure it's true to you. You know what I'm saying?
You know, a lot of times people think that sometimes the people, our country ain't the good guy. You know, the country we in. You know what I mean? They lying to the people. You know what I mean? They doing other shit outside of the motherfucking shit. They ain't telling niggas what it really is. And they got people hating each other.
Right. It's like this whole time we thinking we the damn superheroes when we really the villains. Or vice versa, because you know how they be switching shit up in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Man. What Black famous person can we do good without? Ooh, Oprah.
Oh, Oprah. Any of them pedophiles on the Epstein list.
Yeah, you could take all of them.
Diddy, you could get Jay-Z.
Any of the
you know,
most of these motherfuckers can go. If we knew what they was really up to, I'll get them all out of here for real.
Yeah,
because in order for them to maintain that status, what are they doing?
Yeah,
exactly. They riding the line, straddling the line.
And we as people got to stop fucking following them like they are gods. You know what I mean? Fuck these people. They weirdos and they strange, and they encourage our kids to do weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just because I like their music, I ain't gonna go cheat on my man because I got cheated on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I like Megan music. I'm just using that as an example. You feel me?
You mean because she got cheated on?
I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing.
They said everybody, all the women should cheat on their man because Megan got cheated. What the fuck? She knew this nigga was on some shit like that. He cheated on the last 3 girls he was with. What, you thought you was gonna be different?
Right, he got it tight.
And if you trying to get if you trying to get $700,000 out of him a month, what the hell you mad about? Like, I wouldn't do that. That's what at least I heard.
Especially when you already not broadcasted everything, every piece of your body to the whole world. He ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing secret with that relationship. So why would she should have cared that he stepped out? She a hoe. I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Why should she care that he stepped out?
Hoes are people too.
I know hoes are people too. I feel like I don't want to say this because I might get,
canceled.
I feel like, because I don't want to say I'm a girl's girl because I'm not, but I feel like every woman got a little hoe in them. Even if you married, sometimes you got when you want that bag or you want something special and the man say no at the first time, sometimes you got to sweeten them up to get
you gotta put the naughty on them saying that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm confused. She know what type of man she was getting with. He knew what type of girl he was getting with.
Exactly. That's
He
why
rap
all
about
of
this shit. You know what
bull
I'm saying?
crap.
So
it's just
a basketball player too.
A mess.
I ain't never had no man like this. You ain't never had a man $140 million that's shooting threes. That's fine as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm confused.
Anyway,
I'm confused.
I'm not.
But
They just You know, they make these people get together and then they make them have some big fallout so that everybody could pick sides and be all at odds with each other and stuff. It's all a
Right.
distraction.
And they know we don't give a fuck about her because free Tory Lanez all day over chill.
Yeah, it's in it. People be
So,
too
yeah.
in people's lives, man.
I feel like he did her before she did him. Let's just keep it all the way 100. He did her before she can do him. Because we know her track record
who's the face
with men.
They said him and
You
Tory
feel me?
I don't know.
That's hood culture, by the way, you guys. Megan Thee Stallion, that's hood culture.
They acting like she was some Stepford wife or something. She ain't no fucking Stepford wife. She be talking about breaking and fucking niggas all the time. Why can't black people get together and think of one? Is it the government avoiding it, or we just not put in the work over time? Every time niggas come together, it's infiltrated and fucked up from the inside. You know what I mean?
Right. Somebody mad that they ain't get paid. Somebody mad that they ain't get to walk in the front. Somebody mad that they couldn't wear black and we all had to wear white. You know what I'm saying?
I think that I don't think it's just that. I think it's because I think that's trivial, because I think black people could, if it's about black, black empowerment, if everybody was on the mind, I think we could get together. But I think there's a group of niggas that look like us that ain't really us, that just out there infiltrating our shit and fucking it up eternally. You know what I mean? Even in gang culture and all of that shit, I think there's a group of niggas that's up there doing a bunch of goofy, reckless shit just to make shit get disrupted. You know what I mean? Just like
I feel like
they do.
And I feel like, just to piggyback off of what you were saying, like me and my brother, we be thinking on the same track. So that's why we be finishing each other's sentences sometimes. But yeah, just to piggyback off what you were saying, I really feel like the real ones, you know what I'm talking about when I say the real ones, we in the house watching these niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the truth. We know when we need to be activated.
Yeah.
They just out there half-cocked, trying to get some attention because they ain't being looked at enough.
Yeah.
They ain't being hugged enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing is, niggas need to get out that victim shit, because that victim shit is going to make you always be a victim. You know what I mean? You got to start thinking about how you're going to get out of that shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stop motherfuckers the power. If you keep on saying they doing this, they ain't doing that, they going to keep on doing the shit to you. You know what I mean? Even if it's just your words, start it with
right.
Words on how you.
And why do we constantly have to sit here and wait for somebody to give us permission or validation?
Exactly. You know, that's just giving you an opportunity for somebody to discourage you to do not do it. You know what I mean? You just want an excuse not to do it. Fuck it.
I think we did that question right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that question's up there twice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's the same question. Did we hit that one?
Yeah.
How do you preserve cultural identity without becoming trapped by society expectation? Oh yeah, we did hit that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good question. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of
This was
traps
a
out
good
there
show.
because we get caught up in media, we get caught up in who versing who cheating on who. It's a lot of distractions that pull us away from the facts that we need to be paying attention to.
And I believe part of that is because they got us so prone to this reality TV lifestyle. You know what I mean? To where either you got to think about celebrity, housewives and shit. You forced to be around a bunch of motherfuckers you don't like constantly. For what? You know what I mean? And people keep watching shit like that. And then that got us wanting to look at people's lives and look at shit on television and shit at work and shit at this, like a fucking reality television show. You know what I mean? gossip this, gossip that. Look, I don't give a fuck about what them niggas got going on in their life. I'm gonna be honest.
Like it's a blurry line, because especially since we got internet and all these different streaming devices and stuff, everyone is becoming that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Reality
because
is
once
not
you go,
necessarily
people just go
reality.
live and it's like watching a reality show, but it's somebody you know for real. So then it'd be
Right.
even more juicy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? For real, fights and all. And
It's like
I'm like, it gotta come a point to where we have to stop glorifying. I know we talk about it because somebody have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But it's not saying that we're glorifying it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pick out every point, speak from different perspectives and things of what we're seeing, but we have to start speaking up when things are wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just because we like them, just because they got the same color as us and stuff like that. If you're wrong, you're fucking wrong.
You're wrong,
Period.
you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Just because these white motherfuckers get away with it don't mean you should get away with it too. That nigga should have got locked up for the shit too. You know what I mean? Both of y'all motherfuckers should be locked up for it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But it's like,
It should be same crime, same time.
And you know how I am. I don't like stuff to like. I know things are just going by slowly and stuff, but I'm the type of rip the bandage off bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, rip the bandage off. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Let's fix it. Let's put ointment on it. Let's do what we got to do so it can heal and we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? But as long as they keep digging in the wound and put a minor band-aid over it, it's gonna bleed through because these people still gonna keep digging through it. You think you moving forward, and then here come another shooting. Here come another racist mark. Here come another discriminated thing that's going on in the media. Like, can y'all find somebody else to pick on? We're done. We're not taking it no more.
We're not gonna take it anymore.
You can feel how you want to feel. You know what I mean? But you put your hands on me, you're gonna get put down. You know what I mean? So just don't protect me or mine. I mean, don't touch me or mine. It will be fine. You know what I mean? What are the positives of being a part of the Black culture? How can we add to Black culture? We add to it by creating. You know what I mean?
Creating positive things also, not just
we always creators, man. We create and move. We create and move, create, build, and move. That's what we do.
Inspire, motivate.
And that's why motherfuckers can just pick up some shit that they found and say, oh, we invented this. No, the fuck you didn't. Y'all niggas can't even build buildings like this no more, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here.
I mean, I feel like a lot of people are doing that in their own way. How can you teach the future generation, the future next generation of real Black culture? They're gonna have to do a lot of research because we don't know what's to come and stuff. It's a lot of facts coming out. They have to go out there and looking for it because sometimes it's not gonna fall into your lap. You have to go searching for it sometimes to get the truth that you seek. You know what I'm saying? But remember, you're going to seek something. So be ready for the consequences that comes with it also.
And you gotta watch the sources you look for, because a lot of the shit, a lot of the publications and shit that came about is racist. So they don't give niggas credit for shit. You know what I mean? So you gotta research about with some shit. You know what I mean? They stole everything. You know what I mean? They don't acknowledge a lot of Black shit and nothing. You know what I mean? Because they stole the shit. You know what I mean? So They don't even know where you can tell you where the word chemistry came from, nigga. You know what I
You
mean?
sound like Kemet.
Yeah, it do. You know what I mean? It do. So a lot of these niggas don't want you to know. They want niggas to think that they just was some savages. You know what I mean? You
All
know what I
right.
mean? So, nah, it was more than that.
Is the
Ancient.
movie Tyler Perry Joe's college road trip was a good way to bring attention to Black history? Hmm.
I didn't see that movie. The last show I seen of Tyler Perry was, I think, Ruthless.
Well, I did watch it, and he did go to certain landmarks and stuff that was in Black history and stuff like that. But it's a Tyler Perry, so you're gonna have your good and your bad. It's a mixture of everything all into that one pot that's boiling over at the at Tyler Perry production.
Is that her brother in that Medea brother or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Medea
it's
brother take
one
his grandson to
his college.
college.
Okay.
Like his college tours or whatnot. He was going to check out one of the colleges, and
Right.
on the way to the college he wanted to go to, the grandfather was taking to him to all these other places, but it was like ghetto as it was. I don't even want to say ghetto, but it was a lot of hoeing and pimping in there also. But he took pictures at a famous
Guess who was in
restaurant or
Adam in there?
bar.
Right,
Who?
Miss Pat. She owned a whole house.
Yeah, Miss Pat.
Oh, I would have watched it if I knew she was in it. I like Miss Pat.
You know what I'm saying? But it was like I want to say like a time machine type of thinking in Tyler Perry way. Let me be clear, in Tyler Perry's way.
I might watch it one day. I did see it spring up a few times. I ain't watch it. But.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit had me rolling. I was
Me
laughing my
too. I
ass
enjoyed
off.
it. It was a decent movie.
I haven't
Right.
been able to sit down and watch a movie in a minute.
Right. I mean, when you take what you need to take from the movie, it's fucking hilarious. It's good.
He usually having some funny. He be having some funny movies.
Joe might be the next character. He's starting to look a little bit more funnier than Medea.
For real?
Yeah.
Cause he be talking shit. About everybody.
Right. So that's what's up.
Yeah, I might watch it then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Might check it out and stuff. It was another good movie I checked out. It was on, I believe it's on Prime, and it's called Recollection.
Okay. I might have to check that out.
Sis, check it out, then let's talk. For real.
Definitely.
It's a black movie.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. It's a sci-fi.
Oh.
But hear me out. It's about trauma. Also, just check it out.
Oh, I ain't opposed to it.
I think
I
it'd
was
be
just asking.
intriguing.
I ain't opposed to it or sci-fi or anything. I was just
Yeah, I
asking.
think it'd be.
I was just asking. I was wondering if that's because Medea was a black movie and that shit.
Yeah, I think it'd be intriguing. You feel me?
Remember that movie Mindhunter?
Yeah.
That was fun. We got it like a year and a half before it came out. Like we got it like 2 years before that shit came out. I was like, damn, that's now coming out. Remember? That shit was postponed. That shit was good.
Y'all got anything new going on? Anything we need to check out before we go into final words?
Everybody just check me out on Facebook.
Just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for me.
Be on the lookout. I'm gonna be posting some stuff. So when I get some new stuff up, we're gonna be posting a whole lot more. We're gonna start jumping into more lives with all of our platforms. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be checking us out. You might see us more during the week now instead of just on a Thursday, you guys.
I think they got a last question.
Oh, we got a last question. Let's dive in and then we'll close out after.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people romanticize the resilience of oppressed groups instead of questioning why they had to be resilient at all?
Because if they make a big show of, oh, these people are this and that, then they could just gloss over, reparations and, you know what I mean, any reason on who's to blame, on why they, you know what I mean, on who to blame. You know what I mean? They do that to distract people from the criminals, because the criminals still be in power. The family of these people who funded slavery, and they still in power. You know what I mean? They still out there.
Right. They just dressed it up a different kind of way.
You know what I mean? But they do all that shit to distract people. You know what I mean? That's how they could be like, oh, we could give somebody a holiday, but you don't change shit.
Yeah, that's just like how they say they took off robes and put on uniforms. They took off uniforms and put on suits. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
you killed Martin Luther King, gave him a holiday. Okay.
You think about it. Is it fair for someone that's been in? Oh God, I don't know if I want to ask that question.
Go ahead. I'll ask it.
Is it fair for a person that's been in law enforcement, like a cop or a sheriff and stuff, to be a politician, to run for office, to become a senator or a governor or a mayor?
Either they're extremely qualified or they're extremely not qualified, depending upon their disposition type shit. You know what I mean? If they're a good person that's gonna do the right thing, and you know what I mean, then that would be a good person, I think, to be in a position. You know what I mean? But I mean, to at least consider to be in a position. You know what I mean? But if they a fucking dirty cop, no. If they a dirty scumbag criminal that's gotten off, no. It's a terrible thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know why I was thinking about Daredevil, and that's probably why I brought up that question. But yeah,
you talking about the last season of it or something, or it in general?
I will not tell. I don't give out. You gotta go check it out.
I didn't even watch the new one. Well, I watched one episode.
It's good to watch. It's a good watch.
I used to fuck with it, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've been on here almost 2 hours, y'all.
I know. You guys, thank you for checking us out. We'll be here same high confession time at 7:30 on Thursday with BV Your Side, New Nina Rice, and BV Miso, who checked out earlier. I think he had phone complications, but we'll catch him back next week, and maybe Dimitri will be back on next week with us also, you guys. So stay tuned and stay high.
Peace.
Bye.